Trimble Connected Community and AccessSync can be accessed and configured using two different methods. The first is going to be to use Trimble Business Center and open up Trimble Access Services either from the Start page or by using the button in the Import-Export group on the Home tab. When that tab opens, it will take you to the sign-in screen where you can either log into an existing organization or create a new organization. Alternatively, if you are on a computer that does not have TBC, you can use a web browser. Simply enter in the URL my.trimbleaccess.com, and this will open up the exact same interface that you would see in the tab inside of TBC. We recommend using Internet Explorer as the framework for this app is Microsoft Silverlight, and that tends to work the best inside of Microsoft's Internet Explorer. The sign-in window here in the center part of the screen is where we can access an existing organization, or by using the Register Now button, we can create a new organization. Click on Register Now, which will take us through the setup wizard for Trimble Access Services. The only requirement is that we have at least one controller or data collector that is under current firmware maintenance for Trimble Access. If you're not sure when your warranty expires or would like to purchase a renewal for your warranty, please contact us at support@csdsinc.com or give us a call at 800-243-1414. So now I'll click on Next. I'm going to enter in the controller serial number, and then I'll select a dealer, in this case CSDS Inc. I'll hit Next. On this screen, you'll enter the full company name. This can be either your true company name or just the organization name that you want to use for your Trimble Connected Community organization. You also have the option to create a short name or an abbreviated version of the name. So for example, if we wanted to put California Surveying and Drafting as our full company name, we could use CSDS as our short name. But in this case, I'm just going to leave it the same, CSDS Support, for this example. We'll enter in the email for the user that is going to manage the Trimble Connected Community organization. You'll notice that in the second box, the username, Site Manager, is grayed out and cannot be changed. This is because the first step in creating a Trimble Connected Community organization is to create a Site Manager login that will then administer the organization for your group. Using the Site Manager login, you will then create additional logins for each of the users or crews. I'll enter a password. It needs to be a password that is strong enough to be secure. The small question mark next to it will give you tips if you need it. We'll also select the time zone. This allows you to synchronize timestamps across time zones depending on the size of your organization. And then I'll hit Submit, and that will create the organization inside of the Trimble Connected Community system, and will take me back to the sign-in screen where I can then log in to my organization as the site manager. Now I will log in using the account information that we just created. You'll want to make a note of the username, the organization name, and the password that were used for these accounts for your records. There is a forgotten password link, but you need to have all of this information to get you started with signing in. You can have it remember your login. That way you don't have to enter the password each time. Again, the forgot password link down here at the bottom. Click Sign In. It will load up here. I'm going to highlight the buttons here. So we have a Getting Started guide there that you can take a look at. You have the ability to manage users and manage sites, as well as you have access to the other applications within the Trimble InSphere system from this link here at the bottom. going to click on Manage Users, and this is where we will create user accounts for each of our crews. So if you are a single crew or a single user organization, no problem, you just create one login. If you have multiple users, you would keep adding users until you have an account for each one of your crews that you want to be able to use AccessSync. For each of your existing users, you can modify or delete the accounts. Modification allows you to change the username and the user information for that account. Or I can click on Add User here at the top to create a new user. I'll put in a name, add in a username. The username and the password are actually what are going to be used to actually log in on the data collector, so you'll want to make a note of those as well. On this screen, we'll set the site permissions, and we'll go into more about what sites are in just a moment. Click Finish, and that will add my user to the list of accounts that I have created for my organization. The next step, I'm going to click on the Manage Sites tab here at the top, and I am going to manage my job sites. Job sites give you the ability to organize your crews in another level, so you can add data just to specific sites, and you can give different users access to different sites if necessary. So I'll go ahead and put in my job site name here. Again, you have a site short name if you want to abbreviate it, and then a description of what that job site is. I'll hit Next, and then I get to allow access to that site for each one of the users individually. This allows you to keep things organized and not overwhelm the end user in the field with data that they don't necessarily need to download. So if you're trying to save data on your cellular connection, or just to keep things simple, that will allow you to do that using the Manage Sites. Okay, once I have my users created, I'll click the Logout button in the upper right, which will take me back out to the sign-in screen, and I can begin to use my organization. So I will log in now as one of the user accounts that I created as the site manager. So I'll plug in the username, the organization, the password. Again, it's a good idea to make a note of the login information for each user. Should they go for a while without needing it and forget it, it's always good to have it noted somewhere that they can easily find it. Sign in. First screen is to pick the available sites. So based on the access that was given by the site manager, the sites that were assigned or permitted will appear on this list. I'll click on the site, and now I am within that example site, and I can begin to either upload files using this top button. I can manage files, or I can choose to switch to my other Trimble Access sites using this third button. Okay, I'm going to click on File Upload. This is a fairly typical file upload window, so I can click Select Files here at the bottom, which will allow me access to any location on my hard drive or on a network drive that I have access to, and I can go in and select the information that I would like to upload into the Trimble Connected community. All right, so I'm going to choose a JXL file, and I'm going to upload that. I'll hit Next. At which point it gives me the ability to upload or to choose what usernames I want to sync that file with. Within that user, I then have access to specific folders within the Trimble Connected community. So I can choose just the general to the field folder, or I can break out and I can create other subfolders using this new folder and other folder controls as well. I'll hit Next, and that'll initiate the upload process. Once it is done uploading, It will then confirm that the upload processed and completed successfully, at which point I can hit finish and it would reset the file. You can do more than one file at once, so you can batch upload files as necessary. So up here at the top, I'm going to go ahead and click on Manage Files now, and this will take me into my file management system within the Trimble Connected community. So I have all my folders here for the different users that have access to this site. Remember, I won't see users that do not belong to this, in this example, testing job site. So I can explore these different users, and I can manage these folders, and I can upload files to any of these folders for any of these users right from this one interface. I have some controls up here at the top. I can create a new folder. I can upload files to a specific folder, or download selected files. So for example, if I have data that's been uploaded from a data collector in the field, then I can choose these files and I can download them to my workstation in the office. So it goes both ways. And then I have some other controls here for managing these files, deleting files and folders, looking at properties of those different files, and some different networking and notification settings there as well. So those are the basics of creating a Trimble Connected community organization, then creating usernames within that organization, and then logging in using those usernames and uploading files from the office or synchronizing files that have been uploaded from the field to the office using the interface through the Manage Files portal inside of your organization. At this point, we want to take a look at the field workflow and how to synchronize using Trimble Access. So in Trimble Access, you'll recognize the primary menu of the Trimble Access screen. This is what automatically loads when you start the data collector. Up across the top, there is a title bar where you will have a username that you configured when the data collector was first set up or purchased. If I select that bar, I can look at the login screen. The login mode I will change to online since I actually want to log into my AccessSync account. My organization, my username, and the password will all match the account that was set up by the site manager that I would use for the office side of this login as well. I can choose to remember the password if I want, and then I'll hit next. So log me in, and then it will download the list of sites that I have access to as an end user in the field. I can look at those different sites using the drop-down menu on the screen and choose which site where that information is going to be uploaded. I'm going to use my example site, agree to the terms of use, and click Login. It's going to confirm for me, and I will hit Finish. And now I have an actively logged in account inside of Trimble Access. So now I can click on the AccessSync module inside of Access. And I can use this interface to synchronize the files to or from the cloud or the Trimble Connected Community Organization. So I will reset a couple of things here since I've already got these synchronized, and I'll set these to synchronize. And with those set, you can see it will automatically synchronize the files that it needs to from the System Files folder and from my T. Carlton username folder that was configured. I can go in and I can see the specifics by clicking the hyperlink and see which files were brought over. I see my JXL file there. And if I go into Files, I can confirm that the information or the job files have been copied over to my device. See my Trimble data folder here next to my T. Carlton folder, and those will pop up as soon as they're downloaded. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any questions regarding AccessSync or the Trimble Connected community, please contact us using the email address support@csdsinc.com. trimble.com.